If you're waiting for 2026 to change your life, then you are already too late. The only thing that matters is what you do in the next 30 days. It is not motivation, it is not goals, it is simply decisions that you make. And in this video, I'll dive in to 5 points which are important in order for you to set the right goals and to change your life the way you desire. So here's the thing, most people fail their goals for the next year before it even starts. Because when you're going into the festivities with Christmas, you're eating a lot, you're drinking a lot, you're partying a lot. And when you do that, you're already setting your brain in comfort mode. You're already neglecting everything that you wanted to teach. You're checking yourself out mentally before you even start. By following those parties, by doing the drinking, by eating a lot, and thinking to yourself, yeah, next year I'll start. Next year I'll do this. Next year I'll follow my goals. But when you do that, your brain and your mind are already in a state where they want to relax, where they want to enjoy. And if you do things for 2 days in a row, your body will accept that as a new habit. And keep in mind, your brain and your body want nothing more than relaxations. It doesn't want you to hurt it. It doesn't want you to feel the way that you feel. Because it is much easier to make you feel comfortable. That is what the brain decides. And if you're going into the party full force and waiting for 2026 to start before you start changing those goals, then you have lost all momentum. You have already made it a lot harder for yourself to get started. And I've done it too. When I wanted to lose 15 kilograms in 2024, I did it just before the new year. I said to myself, this year I'm going to lose 15 kilograms. Well, I'll tell you what, within a week I already failed that goal because I could not keep on going. And then we get to number 2. The goals you set are too heavy. You're setting goals for yourself. I want to lose a certain amount of weight. I want to read 50 books. I want to create this app. I want to rebuild the room in the house. Whichever goal you set, it is way too big. And when you set big goals for yourself, there is an issue. Instead of wanting to lose that 15 kilograms, when you narrow it down, when you make them small, it is really easy. Let's round it out and say there are 50 weeks in a year. When you want to lose 15 kilograms in a year, that means that you only need to lose about 300 grams a week. Make the goals so small that it becomes easy for you and easy for your body to do just that. Making those goals so small will remove the clutter, will give you very specific goals, it will give you a very specific amount, and you know what you have to do in a week time. When we go back to the example about weight loss, if you do just that, 300 grams can easily be obtained by 1 or 2 days of action. So as long as the rest of the week you can just act normally. Of course, don't exaggerate and start eating and drinking a lot. But if you just act normally and you really just want to lose the weight, then you literally need no more than 2 days in order to change your things. And another fact is, when you do start in 2026 only and you don't start before the holidays, then you still have a lot of things going on because your mind is still in the programming. Your body wants to adjust, but it cannot because there is so much going on right at that moment, right after festivities. You have done so much that the goals simply will not work when you add it to the chaos. And this will create unfinished loops, unfinished habits, and unfinished commitments. Because remember, making it simple and narrowing it down to the goals as specific as I mentioned with the 1 week, it will become optimized. And that's when we get to point number 3, because you don't need motivation, you need proof. You need to be the one that tells your body, this is the end, I'm going to change now, here and no more. Because when you set a goal, your motivation will fade, it will disappear. It will become hard at times. There will be setbacks. You will want to go to a party every now and then. You will easily find excuses in order to distract yourself from the goal you have set. And that is completely normal. But the funny thing is that when you keep on going at those moments when they become the hardest and when you feel the least motivated and you will keep on pushing, that is the point when you grow the most. That is the point where your brain will tell you, okay, this really is my new reality. This is really where I'm going to change. And right then, it will go so much faster than you already imagined. It is actually actually just funny. You will have simple proof that you will keep going no matter the circumstances. So work out every day, do something every day to make your goal small and specific. And I've already talked in many videos of mine about the 2-minute rule, which is again a perfect example for this. If you want to lose weight or you want to get moving, make the routine that you want to start so simple that you can start exactly that within those 2 minutes. Make it within reach, make it easy to get started, and you will change your behavior. You will change your mind because you're building proof to that future that you desire. And if you think that going is tough and that you need motivation in order to get started, well, you're simply wrong. The biggest accomplishments are not made through motivation. They are made because people show proof to themselves. The biggest winners on the planet, they keep practicing, they keep doing, they keep going into small things, small actions, and they go every day because they built the proof in their head, and that is why they accomplish what they want to accomplish. And that is exactly how you are going to change your year in the next 30 days. Get started today. And no, I'm not telling you not to party. I'm not telling you not to drink. I'm not telling you not to eat. Of course, you deserve all of that. What matters is don't exaggerate. Don't say yes to everything. Dare to say no, because you know what your goals are, you know where you want to go, and you know where your next year needs to bring you. So if you get started today, your goals will succeed. And that is when we get to number 4. The main shift happens in the quiet moments. So whichever goal you set to yourself, if you want to make it worthwhile, do not tell anyone about your goals. Do it quietly. Let people think that what you accomplished is luck. You know that you're well worth of that person that you're becoming. You know when you have done the boring work in order to keep on going. And your identity will change and will shape itself at those moments when it was boring. Like I mentioned in the previous point, if you keep going with what you do, your goals will become incredibly easy. You will accomplish them a lot faster than you think. And and I want you to accomplish your goals. I know you have the power. I know you can change your identity in order to do just that. So start building those habits and use the 2-minute routine to make them small enough so you can keep on going every single day. And number 5 is change your outcome, because time does not change anything, your behavior does. You do not want to be sitting in a few months or at December next year thinking, oh, I want to achieve these goals again. And You don't want to have to start all over. You want to be completed with your goal. And if you do just that within the next 30 days, your life will change. So don't hope things get fixed. Don't fall back into the same routine that you are going to set the same goals for yourself every year, but instead change your identity. And what I mentioned about my weight, no, I did not accomplish that in January. I did have it in mind, but because I did not change my identity before that started or during that start, I simply failed. I started to accomplish my goal when in the end of April I finally had managed to build my identity. In order to do that, I had to build simple habits. And doing that made it incredibly easy because I started at the end of April and I was actually done in October because I did narrow it down. I did write every single week. Like this week, I want to lose 500 grams. This week, I want to lose 1 kilo. And sometimes it was even 2 kilos. But because I had set the routine for myself, because I had set the goals for myself, and because I wrote down what I wanted to accomplish, this may sound unbelievable to you if you have not done anything like this, but what I wrote down was accomplished because you set your goals, you set your routines. And on weeks where I wrote down 500 grams, especially at the start, I honestly wish I would have set bigger goals. Not too big, but if I made it 1 kilo, I would have lost the 1 kilo. If I made it 2 kilos, I may even have lost 2 kilos. But if going too quick, you're not gonna succeed. So be careful with that. All I want you to learn from this is when you write down your goals, when you follow your habits, and when you build your identity, your goals will be within reach and you will accomplish what you want to accomplish. So start now within the next 30 days. And if you're watching this video halfway during 2026 or beginning of 2027, it does not matter. The point is that you can start right now. Start to build that identity and your life will change for good. Let me know down in the comments which identity you are going to build. And with that, which goal you are going to accomplish. And if you follow me here and subscribe on YouTube, I post weekly videos about how to build clarity, how to build confidence with the momentum that you need. And with that, you will also build the right mindset to change your life in the way that you want to build the identity that you want, and to accomplish what you want to accomplish. No matter what, you can do it. If you're looking for help with reaching your goals in life, I have created the Clarity and Momentum Starter Guide. It is completely free for you to download. The link is down below in the description. If you click on there, you can get it completely for free. You just have to sign up. If you want to work with me on a deeper level, I have created the website Prosperity, which is going to build upon my brand, where I'm going to dive deeper into the clarity and momentum, and also I offer coaching to people that need it. There's a limited amount of spots, so if you want to grab one, do it now. I'll see you next week.